Hello, welcome to Chapter 5 of A Dog Like Daisy by Kristin O'Donnell Tubb. Welcome, my class. I miss you. I miss you so much. So I'm thrilled that everybody's here and enjoying, hopefully you're enjoying A Dog Like Daisy. I love it. Chapter 4 was very emotional, the last one that I posted. So if you had some questions, I did post a little recap, explanation, clarification. It's only about 3 minutes long. Tune in if you had some questions about it. So today, here we go. This is the difference between smart and obedient. I have a beau. He is very smart. He is not always obedient. So I know I'm selfishly looking for some tips here. And Daisy gives an interesting perspective. So this one is not nearly as emotional, much more lighthearted today. So enjoy. Okay, so Alex the Awkward claps his hands. I have lived with the Alberta pack now for 7 sunrises, and I have seen Alex every insufferable day. So his hand clapping doesn't make me jump anymore because I know that's what Alex does to make himself sound important. He claps. I understand the need to feel important. Important tastes like beef gravy. But when Alex claps, his scent wafts off him, and that's the problem because he smells bad. The human bathes in onions, I believe. And today, even his voice has that yellowy green tint to it that makes me taste wild onions. I gag a bit, and Alex squints at me. He thinks I'm gagging because I'm still protesting the leash, which I'm not. I don't love the leash, don't get me wrong. It's still an abomination, but I enjoy the connection it gives me to Colonel Victor. It's a tendon that joins us, and I can read him better when he's holding it. When he tenses, I feel it through the leash, as sure as salt. When Micah tenses, I feel nothing. It happens a lot. He wears tense all the time, from the crease in his forehead to the toes of his sneakers, which drag when he walks. His tense feels different from the Colonel's and even Alex's. His tense feels like he's rooting for me to fail. I don't know why. We're doing one more day of training in here. Alex sweeps his hands wide as if this plain white building were a palace. Before we are taking our training into the real world. Those 2 words, real world, make sparks burn across the shades of Colonel Victor's face and turn them to ash. But he nods. He's brave. He's my alpha dog. So I think Daisy is ready for this. Alex holds up a piece of cloth the color of sand. This is your vest, Daisy. He squeaks at me in a high-pitched tone. This voice of his, the one he uses only for me, is like chewy, sticky caramel. Vest. You'll wear it when you work at your uniform. He shouts those 2 words, but I look past his stupidity because I understand these are my work clothes, like the Colonel's muddy boots. Talk about importance. This is chuck roast beef gravy. This says I am useful. Do you want a vest, girl? Do you? I've only tasted caramel once in the dumpster behind the ice cream parlor where I used to live. The humans there threw away a whole tub just because a tiny cockroach climbed inside for a swim. So wasteful. I ate so much of it I threw up, deliciously sickening. That is my now. Alex is squeaking to be the sweet, but it's too big. His sweet is overwhelming, like eating an entire tub of caramel instead of a dollop. Vest, girl. But first, Daisy needs to go to the bathroom. Alex opens the door that leads outside, and the air out there smells of water and sandy soil and lush grass and palm trees swishing. Once she's wearing her vest, there's no going to the bathroom ever. No eating either. When she's wearing the vest, she's on the clock, working. Okay, Victor? Got it. Daisy, Alex says, his voice raising to a sticky, sweet pitch again. It's so annoying getting squeaked at like this. Why does he only talk to me in that voice? Micah is also a lower-ranked pack member, and he gets a normal tone. Come on, Daisy, do your business. Seriously? Do your business? I look up at the Colonel. But the Colonel just leads me to the door. Stay here, Micah. he says to the coroner. Micah nods, even though his ears are covered again. I worry about whether he's endangering our pack with those things. Surely he cannot protect himself, and those who cannot protect themselves are the spoiled link in the sausage. Do your business, Daisy. Alex screeches, and I want to lick my teeth just listening to him. He looks at me and dangles my vest in front of him like a bribe. Do your business, and we'll put on your vest. I snuff. I want that vest, and apparently I have to poop to get it. So I do. Ridiculous. And they give me no privacy. Appalling. Good girl, Daisy, Alex squeals. I've never seen anyone get so excited to watch a dog use the restroom. I finish and scratch the grass because I'm no savage. Alex scoops it up with a plastic bag. It is every proof I need that he is indeed insane. Back inside, Colonel Victor straps on my vest. I feel I might pop open the straps of the thing, my chest puffs so full of filet mignon pride. You look great, Miss Daisy, the colonel says. Thank you. I do look smashing, don't I? Great, Alex says and claps again. I try not to gag at the cloud of onion gas that propels my way, but I don't succeed. Alex squints at me. Last week's training was getting Daisy acquainted with the basics. Sit, stay, come. Easy peasy. Nailed it. Today we're going to teach some additional obedience commands and address any behavioral issues we might have while learning those. From there, we'll develop short-term and long-term goals for you and Daisy here. Colonel Victor nods. He smells like impatience. Alex talks these same words every day. The training from this point on is hard work, Victor, Alex continues. That's why we train daily. And we only have 9 weeks left, so we really need to buckle down. It requires repetition, consistency, compassion, timing, and a ton of patience. With you or with the dog? Colonel Victor asks. Alex stops talking. His face blushes with hot sauce embarrassment. The colonel winks his eye whiskers. Cute eyelashes. Come on, I was teasing, Alex. I'm used to hard work. Let's get started. Alex takes a deep breath and his shadows cool a bit. He jogs across the room to another clear plastic bin. Okay, Daisy, he squeaks. Let's learn some new words. Ball, he squeak shouts, and he holds up a ball. The caramel taste flares again from my belly. He places the ball back in the bin. Oh, heavens. Sock. Alex holds up a sock. He returns the sock to the bin. Really? I look at the colonel. He's not tensing up at this idiocy, though, so I try to let it slide. Toy, bone, stick. I purse my lips. Come on. Alex jogs back to us. He unclips my leash. Hallelujah. And squeals, go get the sock, Daisy. The sock. Go get it. The sock. The sock. Sock, Daisy. I snuff. I trot to the box, nose through its contents, retrieve the sock, and bring it back. Good girl, Daisy. Excellent. Oh, what a smart girl you are. I am underemployed, is what I am. Ball, Daisy. Where's your ball? Get the ball. Ball, girl. Ball, ball, ball. I do as I'm asked. I get the ball out of the box. The glory that is heaped upon me is whipped cream with sprinkles incredulous. Stick, Daisy. Which one is the stick? Get the stick, girl. Stick. I roll my eyes and get the stick already. I drop it at his feet. Seriously, Alex, challenge me here. Bone, Daisy. Go get the bone, girl. Which one is the bone? Enough already. I jog to the box, clamp my teeth around the handle, and drag the whole thing back. There's everything you could possibly need, Alex. Alex's forehead crinkles like paper. His face darkens with green, worry lines. Uh-oh. I look up to the colonel. The colonel's heartbeat skips, and his shoulders are shaking. Big uh-oh. What have I done? Have I pushed him too far? Alex calls this out of sync. I've pushed the colonel out of sync. Oh, my! But instead, the colonel snorts. He, bottom of his belly, bends over laughing. He flares like a bonfire with each guffaw. She's outsmarted you, Alex, Colonel Victor said. She brought you the whole box. Alex shakes his head. I don't know. I think it's a sign of behavioral issues. But the colonel keeps chuckling, and his bright red laughter burns away some of the shadows that color him always. He ruffles the fur on my head. I smile, relaxing my jaw and letting my tongue loll out. Even Micah, who sits in the corner, ears covered, giggles little hiccups of green and yellow joy. My tail thumps because I have pleased my pack. I think it could be a serious issue, Alex is saying, but none of us are listening to his useless cat litter words. When we finally calm ourselves, Colonel Victor sighs like the wind. She's a smart dog, Alex. She got those items first thing. Alex's shoulders drop. She's smart, yes, but she's stubborn. She disobeyed. There is a difference between a smart dog and an obedient dog, and for this job, we need an obedient dog. The colonel tightens his grip on the leash. The lights behind his face cool, a setting sun. So do Micah's. I've disappointed them. Disappointment tastes like earthworms. I tuck my tail. Why did I go and show off like that? They'll send me back to the shelter. Alex digs in his pocket. He bends and looks me in the eye. These are service dog patches, Daisy, he says, holding up tiny round pieces of colorful cloth. He doesn't squeak. His voice is dog treat serious. I pay attention. You have your vest, he says, and points to my uniform. If you pass your service dog test, Victor will sew these patches on your vest. Then you'll be a true elite, a real service dog. I want you to be an elite dog, Daisy. I want you to earn those patches. We have 9 weeks, Daisy. 9. He tucks the delicious patches back into his pockets. An elite. The colonel's grip on the leash tightened when he heard the word, so I understand. An elite is important. It's special, unique, different from just a pet. An elite. It's a tasty word, like chicken. Elite is useful. I was told I was useless by my other humans, my first pack, and then they left me in a dumpster. I'll do everything I can, toenails to tail tip, to be the opposite of useless. I want those patches so much I can feel it down to my paw pads. Elite. All right, so finish chapter 5. Daisy's a bit of a smart aleck, so like that about her and her personality. We also learned a little bit about her. So her pack told her she was useless. Her former humans left her in a dumpster. Not cool at all, but it seems like she's on the track to a good family and a good place and a good life of usefulness. So next time, chapter 6. And in chapter 6, don't fly, Daisy. So I will see you then. Have a wonderful day. And if you're in my class, I will see you at 2:30 for our meet. Talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. See you.